your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good thing to say, I doubt that we'll stand up to something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hi, welcome to Mayor in the Morning. It is Wednesday, October 19th, 11 a.m. I'm on day 4 of this blowout, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Blowout is going strong for 4 days. I think I'll put a little dry shampoo in it today. Zhuzh it up. What's up, guys? Hello to the chat. Hello, my people. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at the Bridgeport Stress Factory. I better see you guys there. If you're in the Connecticut area, the Jersey area, the Long Island area, come see me. It's going to be fun. Ooh, I feel tired today. I think I just feel like tired from life. Yes, here's my schedule. Tomorrow I'll be in Bridgeport at the Stress Factory. Then we got the Comedians of the Compound at the Orlando Improv. That's on Thursday, October 27th. I have a better graphic for the Orlando Improv show. I'm going to post it up right now. Here we go. No, that's the Content House. That one. Boom. Comedians of the Compound at the Orlando Improv on Thursday, October 27th. Come see me, Kumia, Gino Bisconti, Alex Stein, Lila Hart. It's going to be an awesome show. If you're going to be in town for the Orlando FNT Geeks and Gamers meetup, just come to this. This is going to be all the same crew. Check it out. And then immediately following this show at the Orlando Improv, we'll be kicking off our second Chrissie. It sounds fun. It sounds weird to say my name before it. I just call it Content House, but I guess it's formally called Chrissie Mayr's Content House. It's like calling it Zubilee Zoo, and then your name is Zubilee. Presented by Copy My Crypto. Shout out to Copy My Crypto for sponsoring the Content House. It's going to be amazing. These are going to be all the people that are going to stop by. So check it out. This is the latest version of the flyer. We had a couple people that had to cancel. We had a couple new additions. So tune in to this. Will be on my YouTube channel beginning immediately following this Orlando Improv show. So we probably are going to kick it off around midnight, and then we will go from Thursday night to Saturday night. And I will not be drunk. I will keep it together. I'm going to be responsible because I'm hosting this. You know, I have to show people their rooms. I have to show people where the bathrooms are. I have to show people where the kitchen is. I have to hand out snacks. I'm going to be standing at the front door with cocktails. I'm going to be there to like receive people. I'm going to be the old timey Stepford wife host that I've always wanted to be. So check that out. Yeah, and I'm also very excited for the FNT meetup. That's Sunday. There's going to be 2 apparently, and you guys probably know this. Hopefully you should have signed up for one or the other by now. And that meetup is going to be Sunday, the 30th. I believe the first one starts at 11 a.m. and I think the last one goes until 4. But I'm sure we'll be mentioning that on FNT this Friday. More details about that. Today's a big day. Well, it's not. It's just like any other day, except I'll be having Dan Vask on the program at 3:00. So tune in and at 3:00 Eastern to see me interview Dan Vask. I'm really excited about that. I'm a big fan of the Dan Vasc. We may be using one of his songs for the Content House intro, which Filing Cabinet is working hard on. We're going to be going through all the equipment either today or tomorrow. I bought a new soundboard. Hopefully everything is just in the bag where I left it after the last Content House. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to open it up and it's going to be sticky. There's going to be things missing. There might be fucking old beer cans in there. Who knows? We packed up in a hurry. Woo! Will there be any law tubers at the Content House? I invited Ricada. He couldn't make it. He might be the only law tuber that I actually like am buds with. But yeah, we have a good crew coming. And I just found out that Emily Ratajkowski is going to be doing a podcast, starting a podcast. So of course, I immediately hit up Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, and I was like, Carl, we have to review this. I can't wait for it to come out. We all know who Emily Ratajkowski is, right? She's the hot girl from the Blurred Lines video. She's just so hot that I'm really curious to hear like what her podcast is. If it's bad, if it's not, it's probably going to be bad. So looking forward to that too. Yeah. What's going on? We had Andrew Harm's birthday show on Monday. That was really fun. God, I really can't get over how good the cake was. It was from Calendula's Bakery. Calendula Bakery, Jersey. No, I gotta look this up because Calandra's Bakery in Jersey. It's a chain. There's many different stores, but this was like it had a chocolate. Holy shit! It was chocolate cake, chocolate frosting, and not just like the thick, sugary, icky, like basic out of the can chocolate frosting. This was like a whipped mousse frosting. It was light in color and in taste. It was so fucking good. And the top was covered with this like chocolate fudge, but it was like hardened to a crisp or something. It was just like a layer. It was so good. It was like a layer of candy on the top. Oh, it was so good. But now today I'm back. I'm officially back on keto for a week before Content House, and then I'll probably be very much off it at Content House. So, yeah, we're gonna go through like all the stuff that's being sent there, different sponsor goodies. So yeah, they do know how to make cakes in Jersey. I had like 2 pieces. It was hella good. So I hope Andrew had a good time. He's a good egg. He's a funny guy. What is going on in the news? I always try to cover stories that not everybody is covering in exactly the same way. Because that's not what you guys need. You guys don't need like 4 or 5 different shows talking about, the congressman who made a sex tape. I don't know. And then I also try not to cover the same stuff that I cover on my other shows. So there. Oh yeah, yesterday I had comedian Vinny Paulino on the show. I also had Rams Paul, which people I don't know, seem to not like him. I don't fully understand why. Maybe I guess I don't care. I kind of like having people on who others don't like because I think it gives them a chance to like kind of remake themselves. Britney Spears, okay, we are talking about Britney Spears today. I cannot figure out what is going on with this woman. Britney Spears posts nude selfie in bed after son's pleas for her to stop. So Britney Spears' kids are like well into their teenage years at this point. Like they're not little kids anymore. It's like they all have social media. They keep up with what she's doing. Okay, like homegirl looks good, but like her face always looks fucking crazy in these. I'm sure you guys have seen her like nude Instagram photos and videos and such. Her face is like unchanging, unbreaking, intense eye contact. There's no like softness or smile. Like it's like she's in a trance or something. Whew, but she keeps at it. And you know what? Like, this makes people think that she shouldn't have gotten off her conservatorship. That's what the image they want to portray. Britney Spears doesn't need Instagram to share her nudes. She still has another social medium at her disposal. Nearly a week after she deleted her account. I didn't know about that. She deleted her Instagram account? Wow. Deleted her Instagram account last week after blasting estranged parents. Ah! Oh my god, that video scared the shit out of me. I'm jumpy today. Okay. All right, so I'm sure she'll undelete it sometime soon though. Okay. But at the present moment it's deleted. She turned to Twitter to share yet another nude selfie, this time taken in bed. And you know she's doing this with the timer. Like, no one's sitting there. Unless her fucking boyfriend husband is taking them for her. But I bet she has this balanced on a desk or something. Somebody needs to take away Britney Spears' her countdown on her camera. I have a premiere for a movie this week, The Legislative Act of My Pussy. She tweeted alongside the not safe for work photo. Spears' latest photo comes 2 months after her ex, Kevin Federline. Isn't that crazy? Remember when she got with Kevin Federline and everyone's like, oh my God, girl, don't do it. You're so much better than him. You're so much better than a backup dancer. And now Kevin Federline is looking like the sane one. COVID. I just didn't drink enough liquids this morning. Their sons, Jaden and Preston, chose not to see her because of her penchant for nudes. Federline, who was married to Spears from 04 to 06, added that he can't imagine how it feels to be a teenager having to go to high school with their mother posting nude selfies. I don't know. I mean, they're rich, so. Although that's like my bias, like my parents weren't rich, so I think that like having money is like cures everything when clearly it doesn't. It's like they have a fucked up, you know, son and mother dynamic. But you know what? Everyone has I don't know. I just think everything goes you can handle anything with enough money. It's like we all have our issues with our parents. It's like, I guess I don't have a lot of sympathy. After the revelation made publicly by Federline, of course, the Crossroads star, current husband Sam Ashgari, defended his wife and her racy photos. Okay, is this her with her sons? Why are they wearing masks outside? Ugh. Oh boy. Even if there was truth to her kids being shamed, let's see, what other photos do they put here? Oh, this is her with one of her kids. Yikes. Why does she always have makeup all over her face? I don't get it. Okay. Even if there was truth to her kids being ashamed of their mothers, does anybody okay, this is a dumb question. Does anyone know what it means when they have SIC? I've seen this a lot. I've just never bothered to look into what the hell it means. Ashamed of their mother's sick choices. Like, I know it doesn't mean sick. Their mother's choices in positive body image. They wouldn't be the first teenagers embarrassed of their parents. Ashgari wrote on his Instagram story, the mere presence of a parent can humiliate a teenager. The actor went on to discuss the all too common ideas of parents embarrassing their children, noting that it's even been used as a storyline in Hollywood projects. I don't think she's doing it to embarrass her kids. I think she's doing it because she is like emotionally a little bit disabled and stunted, and for like she's fucking if this is even the original Britney Spears, which I think it's who knows. But this woman's been MK'd ultra'd. She has a lot of mental problems. So she could just be stunted, like emotionally stunted. She could be acting out like, a chick in her 20s would. I don't think she's thinking of what her kids will think. I think she's just doing it to get attention. Eventually, if not already, they will realize their mother's choices are harmless and an expression of a newly found freedom, he wrote. There's nothing to be embarrassed of, just lots of things to be proud of. again, like Britney Spears does not have to be posting nudes at the current time for her kids to feel like embarrassed of her. Like how many pictures are there of her from when she was younger, like half naked with a snake on her? Like the internet is full of semi-naked Britney Spears photos. So it's like, why are the ones taken at 40? I don't know. I feel like it's a strong possibility these kids could be manipulated. Who knows who's saying what in their ear for what reason. There's so many people after this woman's money. That's why she was in the conservatorship for so long, is because like her parents are both taking advantage of her financially. There was a whole crew of people taking advantage of her financially. She was given only like 78 grand a year of the millions that she would make. So I think this is a lot of acting out on her part. Spears also reminded her fans and followers that she's still coming to terms with the end of her conservatorship while trying to navigate her freedom and motherhood. Again, your mom is Britney Spears. Nothing is going to be normal. I love, okay, this is the comments here. I always like the New York Post comments. I love all the Leach Federline supporters who will always praise him for such a great job he's doing as a parent, as if every parent deserves praise for doing their job, especially when millions of dollars were involved. The kids don't need to worry about mommy. She's going to do what she wants, right or wrong. They need to accept her for who she is, what she went through, get past it or not. Their constant whining about her behavior is getting old. Her money has kept them clothed, fed, living a very good life. Appreciate that. Yes, I am with you, Wicked Cupcake. Like, I had issues with my fucking mom and dad, but you know what? We didn't have millions of dollars. uh, she's keeping all the leeches fed. Yep. Spears 40 also reminded her fans and followers she's still coming to terms with the end of her conservatorship. They're quoting this. Seems like the motherhood is taking a backseat to everything else. I mean, like her kids are nearly grown at this point. Who can blame her kids for not wanting to see her post naked pictures on social media? Well, then just don't look. I don't know. What's easier to do? Not look at social media or like not see your mom? I think it's a lot easier to just not look at social media. Any consideration for what her kids feel. Like, don't be on Twitter. Why does a teenager need to be on Twitter anyway? Any consideration for what her kids feel like among their friends? Again, there's tons of naked photos of Britney Spears on the internet. They're already going to feel how they feel. A lot of these photos are already out there. It's not about shame. It's about being an adult, showing a little modesty. Don't expect Britney Spears to show modesty. Come on. When has that ever been part of who she is? And thinking about your impact on other people's lives. Okay. I have a feeling that Federline or the parents, like the crew around the kids, could be manipulating them uh, for the gain of the adults around them, basically. Like you can very easily convince kids to, especially whoever's surrounding her sons, they can be easily convinced to kind of like write her off and not see her. I think they're being used as a manipulation tool for whatever they want to get out of Britney Spears. That's my gut feeling here. I want to see what the chat thinks. Let me scroll through. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Leave Brittany alone. Okay, good. Someone's here to tell me what sick means. Sick means spelling or punctuation error. Okay. Sick is Latin. It means as written. Then why do you even need to say it? Isn't it written as it's written? Don't worry about her. Mind your own damn business. Jesus, people. Yeah. She's a clone. I felt this for a while. Yeah, maybe they're fucked up because their mom is a clone. Red Z, can't do it often, but you're obviously one of the hardest working people on the web. Let me buy you and husband fast food. Keep up the ethics, some observers notice. Thanks, Red Z. I feel like you're new to the channel. Thank you for saying that. I was already like going into this morning kicking myself for not going live right at 10, which is what I should do. I just was like I don't know. I almost didn't want to go live at all because I looked at the news this morning and I'm like, ugh, a lot. This is depressing. Like, how do I make this fun? But thank you for that. He's not my husband yet. You're gonna buy us fast food? What kind of fast food? We used to eat a lot of fast food, like on my road gigs and just like traveling all around. And like now we don't. I'm so proud of us. I do miss Taco Bell in a big way. Oh, NVIDIA is telling what sick means. Spelling errors was in the original text, so not the person writing the article. Okay. Okay. But like, what do people get out of knowing that there was a spelling error? So they're not blamed for the mistakes. Okay. Now we know. Hair is looking more red than usual. I think it's the green lights, or it could be this blue shirt. I did also get a glaze when I got my hair did on Saturday. And I still haven't like washed it out yet. So whenever I wash it out, it'll fade a little. So there. Britney Spears. I heard that she's not planning on singing or performing again. So I bet the vultures are just like sweep, kind of. They're swarming. They're trying to sweep in. Swoop in. Okay, I want to talk about this because this is a fun subject. A New York man. I always like listening to stories of people who live in like ungodly small apartments. I feel like I'm paying a pretty fair price. New York man opens the door to his $1,100 a month, 95 square foot Manhattan apartment that has no toilet or kitchen and is only as wide as his arm span, but utilities are included. Alex Verhaeg, 23. See, this is the only time you can do this. You can live in the shittiest of conditions if you're in your 20s. Because once you get a little bit older, you just can't. You can't, like, there's just certain things where you're like, no, you need your sanity and your space. But when you're young and you have nothing to compare it to, you can do it. Alex Verhaeg, 23, lived in upstate New York before he relocated to Manhattan's East Village, where he works as a bike messenger, barber, and content creator. Again, like, why did you move to Manhattan to do these things? You can be a bike messenger and a barber, and you can be a content creator in literally any city. So why are you struggling and sweating in Manhattan? It'd be one thing if you're like, I moved to Manhattan to pursue stand up or finance or fucking and any of the other things that are specific to Manhattan. But like, I'm already thinking this guy makes bad decisions. When he first moved into the 5-floor walk up in September 2020, the rent was $1,000 per month, $100 less than what he pays now. Okay, wow. So maybe he thinks he just got a really good deal for Manhattan. Verhaeg's shoebox style apartment is just over 15 feet long and 6 feet wide, where he has managed to fit a bed, a small table, and a dresser into the space. He admitted that he is too tall for his twin bed and he has to sleep diagonally. Yeah, good luck bringing a woman over. The unit doesn't have a formal kitchen area or stove, so he uses a cooktop. Verhaeg also doesn't have a shower or a toilet in his apartment. So this must be one of those where they have a communal one at the end of the hall. He explained that each floor of the 10 walk up has 10 apartments, 3 shared bathrooms, and 2 shared showers. So you're living in like this is like a hostel situation, literally. Verhaeg believes his rental is a pretty good deal considering the building's prime location and the fact that utilities are. So where is this apartment? Oh my God. Wow. It's crazy. Like, how did they even think to make apartments this small? They're probably like, let's pack in as many people as we can. And probably a lot of people who live in these places are like illegal immigrants who work off cash. Wow. Okay, so this is in the East Village. And if he's moving from upstate New York, he's probably, you know, desperate. He's 23. He wants to get out there. He's probably like, you know what? The pandemic's over. I gotta have my 20s. I gotta go to Manhattan and fucking get some strange for a few years. Living in such a small space really makes you be grateful for the things that you do have. That's true. Yeah. His whole life is like Marie Kondo tidying up. he owns like these 3 shirts, which is what you can see. The shoebox style unit is just over 15 feet long, 6 feet wide. He explained that his living situation forces him to be a minimalist because he doesn't have enough room to buy and store random things. He has a book about Dracula, though. Verhaeg's shoebox style. It's undoubtedly cozy thanks to the candle he has burning. Imagine that's like his heat source is the single candle. And the artwork he has hanging on his walls. Really? Would we call this artwork? Any space can be made into a home, he said, no matter how big or small that space is. You just gotta put some love into it. I bet this place smells. I bet this guy never opens a window or the door. I bet he doesn't even have a fan in here. He made the most of his space by having his twin bed pushed horizontally against the room's only window, wedged between the walls. So he has like a day bed situation. Should we watch this? Oh, an ad.
Wings.
Fuck
Yes.
me.
Boneless wings on pizza. TVs.
Ah!
Wings on pizza. Sauce. Rent. Wings on pizza.
I don't know if I
wings,
could have
pizza,
avoided
pizza,
this.
Wings, beer, and now pizza. Speed Ups is the only place for
All right,
football.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Enjoy your free ad. Okay.
Living in such a small space really makes you be grateful for the things that you do.
Ah!
Have. Made into a home,
Open
no
your
matter
window. Or he
how
does have an
big or
AC.
How small that space is, you just gotta put some love into it.
This is a fisheye. This is a fisheye situation. Whoa! Why does he have the TV? This is what would bother Frank. The TV is like not right across from the bed. It's like a ways away.
Welcome to my apartment.
I mean, this is more than I was paying in Queens. I paid $9.50 a month for a bedroom in a rent controlled apartment. Well, it's rent controlled from my 65-year-old roommate who I feel like was taking advantage of me, but it was. I thought I had a good deal.
I am 23 years old and I live here in my 95 square foot New York City apartment. I work part-time as a barber, part-time as a bike messenger, and full-time as a content creator.
Okay, so the whole reason for this article is to check out his content.
I am paying $1,100 a month. I grew up in upstate New York, but now I live here in the East Village. This neighborhood has a lot of different kinds of people in it, anywhere from students to senior citizens to everywhere.
And this is what it's going to be like in this post-COVID time. The people that are going to be moving to the city are going to be people who always wanted to live in Manhattan, no matter what. Stupid young people like Alex, or desperate people who cannot move out. That's going to be like the influx of people moving to New York City right now, and maybe in the next 10 years it'll be cool again.
In between, and it creates a very fun feel. Because of that, students though, there's
it's still pretty unsafe though.
Weekends, but it's just part of living here. This is the entrance to the building.
Oh my god, did he have tape holding his jacket together? What the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, Alex, I know you're trying to make it in Manhattan right now and like do your thing, but like there's tape holding your jacket together. Like, call your mom, make up with her, move back to Ithaca or wherever you're from, and like, dude, this is not good. This is not a good look. What? What the hell, man? Like, you can even go to Salvation Army or Goodwill or any of like Crossroads, any of the thrift stores in New York City, and you can get a jacket that doesn't need to be taped shut for like $5.
The building itself is 5 floors tall, and each of those 5 floors each has 10 apartments, 3 shared bathrooms.
Okay. Like, ladies, do we want to get with this? Is this a guy that we want to hook up with here? At least he's got some throw pillows and a succulent, although I think this is a plastic succulent. Oh, I thought for a second he moved in here in 2020 for $1,000. Yeah, he's like, and I spend all my time out of my fucking apartment because that's the point of New York City is the living conditions are not great, but you live there so you can do the things that are in the city, like eat pizza, make content. His mom co-signed his lease. Yeah, fucking begrudgingly.
Move in.
Ugh. Where's a picture of his mom looking disappointed as fuck, being like. But everyone does this when they're young. I remember when I moved into my first shitty apartment, like my mom was basically like, "What are you doing?" She was like low key not supportive. But at least I had my own. Like I lived with what? There was 4 of us in that first apartment. No, there was 3 of us. I moved in with this girl that I met working at NYU and this lesbian.
The fees that I had to pay to move in here were just my first month's rent, which
Okay,
was
this is typical shit.
$1,000, as well as my security deposit, which was also $1,000. Thankfully, there was no broker fee to move in here, which is very rare for New York City.
No, it isn't. Just find your apartment on Craigslist. You don't need a fucking
This
broker.
is what I like to call the bedroom in my apartment. It is where
Ugh.
I match. So, what I do,
Good luck hooking up
hop
in this
over
thing.
here. Itself
Poor
has
Alex.
no attached
He's gonna get
bathroom.
tired of this
That's
and like.
because you'll find it right down this way.
If
down
he's
the
still
hall.
living here in
On
2
each
years,
floor,
he's gonna
there are
be in a
3
deep
toilets,
depression.
and neighbors walk. It looks especially beautiful when it's snowing out.
No, it doesn't. You're kidding yourself. This is what happens when
So,
you live in New York
I like
City.
to
You
sit on
get
the
this
bed
kind of
snowing
New York
out.
City related Stockholm syndrome. And if you don't get out much, like if he's not taking trips to like I don't know Jersey or Long Island or Westchester, like if you just live in New York City and this is your view, you're like, it's so beautiful, and you don't realize that you have adjusted to shitty conditions. He's making pasta in his sink, in his freaking bathroom sink.
The sink is in the corner for the kitchen.
No,
and
God,
medicine
no.
cabinet right above it. This is the table in my apartment.
This is a sad existence, girl. Alex, you can do better than this. Move to Queens. You can pay about the same amount and you can get more space. Is this his mom? Who is this?
I'm actually a licensed barber, so sometimes I like
Is this
to
his
cut hair in
girlfriend?
my apartment here.
I'd
And right
rather
now,
talk
I
to
have my
her.
old neighbor, actually.
Oh,
A
neighbor.
great friend of mine, Bella, here to get a haircut.
Ugh. Weird. Oh, this is his hair cutting case. His barber kit is worth $1,000. Why? Oh, is he then giving her a haircut in his apartment? Ugh. Now you have hair in that tiny place? Great. Alex, you look like you work at a gas station. This is
Every
gonna
time I-
get. This seems fun
Yep.
when you're like, again, when you're 23, and then you wake up one day, you're like, why am I deeply depressed? I wish you the best, Alex. Come on, really? You think some girl's gonna be like excited to sleep diagonally with you? There's no even room. There's no even room here to bring a girl over. Or a guy. He keeps his shoes under his bed. This is like they want to this looks like part of the whole you'll own nothing and be happy program. Living in the building can sort of feel like you're in the college dorms, but by the fact you share bathrooms and you share showers. This is bad. Like no girl wants to share showers with random people, like random men and women who live on the same floor. Sometimes you'll see your neighbors walking around in the hallway in a towel or a bathrobe. You get used to it. Yeah, until like someone gets assaulted. I think you can do this more easily as a single dude. Wowie. The only bill I have besides rent is Wi-Fi, which is $50 a month. The building has a security camera, but he admitted that it didn't prevent his bike from being stolen from the first floor. Now, every time he comes home, he has to carry his bike up 4 floors to make sure no one steals it. But wow, what a cheap. Yeah. Is it really worth the cheap rent when you have to carry your bike up and down 4 floors every day? There also used to be a rodent problem. Okay, so this place has rats, according to the tenant, but the issue was resolved when after a cat was moved into the building. Oh, okay. A single cat solved the problem. Okay. Wow. Bathroom's clean though. This is like an airport. Just like an airplane bathroom. He has to bring a shower caddy. This is college. This Alex person, maybe he didn't have a college experience and he's trying to get that now. He had two main priorities when he started his apartment search 2 years ago. Imagine moving out during the pandemic. He must fucking hate his parents. He wanted to live alone in Manhattan because he doesn't like to take a train. What? Why would you move to Manhattan if you don't like to take the train? He found his current abode on Zillow. His mother co-signed the unit. Ugh, pussy. I never had to have anybody co-sign for me. Just saying. You know why he needed a co-signer? Because he doesn't have a real job. And he couldn't provide any pay stubs. Wow. So his bike was stolen. He has no room. He makes spaghetti in a sink. Okay. There are prison cells that are larger, one person noted. While another added $1,100 and he can't sleep comfortably in his own bed. Yeah. Alex, you're kidding yourself. But I think he knows it and he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to hope that my content creation career takes off. It's insane. NYC has normalized this kind of lifestyle. Yes, it absolutely has. Others were impressed by his positivity and how he's making the best out of it. It's very difficult for young people starting out in life to find their own good situation for themselves. As Alex is satisfied with his life, including the neighborhood that fits his needs, I wish him well. This is great until you meet somebody and then it gets old real quick. But he's 23. He's not thinking about that right now. Where were we all living at 23? I'll tell you, I was still living with my parents at 23. I didn't move out till I was 26. So it took me a minute because I just I also worked a lot of shitty jobs. I'm hungry now. Thanks a lot, Chrissy. I'm hungry too. My stomach is like, rah! Thanks, NVIDIA. Chrissy is a strong, independent woman who don't need no cosigner. Well, that's why I worked fucking jobs that I hated, so I could get a pay stub so I could move out. I'm not about to have somebody float my life. Tired retro gamer for 5. Orange County apartments require a cosigner even if you can prove good, stable income. Damn. Yeah, I've done it. I've lived in I lived in 3 different apartments before Frank and I moved in together. So I feel like I had a good plus I lived when I was in college, I did the dorms for 3 years and then the 4th year we all rented a house together on the beach at Fairfield, which sounds nice. And I guess it was for college living anyway. So that was pretty cool. We shared a house together and it was like 10 minutes away from campus. That was pretty cool. We cleaned up a lot of puke though. But it was good. It was a good time. Yeah, first apartment was Williamsburg. I lived on Stagg Street. I forget the cross street, but it was near the Bedford stop in Williamsburg. And then my second apartment. No, the first apartment was on Lorimer. I don't know. A couple apartments in Williamsburg and then Queens. It was good. I had a good time. Young people these days don't move out of their parents' house because everything is too expensive. Yeah, I mean, everything was expensive when I moved out too. I just still did it. But it depends what your priorities are. Like if you are a person in your 20s who's already thinking like, I want a house or I want to get married or like I want to be with somebody, then like you'll be less inclined to like waste all your money on rent. But I was just thinking, like, man, I want to do comedy and move away from my parents. Like, that was my only priority. Young Pay, your brother lives in Manhattan on Section 8. Lucky. At 23, my sister and I bought a house to live in while we went to the local college, so we weren't living. That's awesome. You bought a fucking house? That's baller. Good for you. Good for you. Thank you, Black Betty. I haven't drank in a couple days. Maybe that's it. Okay, what else is happening? What else is happening in the world? Oh, God, Ezra Miller. What's happening with Ezra Miller? He's facing 26 years in prison after pleading not guilty to felony burglary charges. Yikes. Is this a before and after? This is not good. Both of these pictures are bad. Ezra Miller has entered a plea of not guilty to felony burglary charge. Oh, is this for when he stole that bottle of alcohol out of somebody's house? Could end up being behind bars for a long time if convicted. The Flash actor appeared remotely in court to answer for the charges of felony burglary in the state of Vermont after an alleged incident which occurred earlier this year. Miller was accused of stealing bottles of liquor from a neighbor's house while the residents were away. As a condition of their release, Miller was told to stay away from the person who owned the home they are accused of breaking into, as well as being ordered to keep a safe distance from another Vermont resident, Aiden Early. Miller's attorney, Lisa Skelkrot, that's a weird name, agreed to the conditions with the orders to stay away from certain individuals being on the list of 5. The actor told the judge that they understood the rules that they had to follow. They. If found guilty, it could be up to 26 years behind bars for Miller, a maximum of 25 for the burglary charge, and another year for the accusation of larceny along with it. Damn. Police investigating the burglaries said that they'd had probable cause to charge the actor with burglary, saying the evidence collected included surveillance videos and statements. Following being charged for burglary, the actor released a statement apologizing for their behavior in a string of incidents and said that they were, of course, suffering complex mental health issues. They also said that they had begun treatment and want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. Dude, this guy got so many chances. I'm surprised they're even like holding him accountable at this point. Miller said that they were committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage. I guess maybe somebody had an intervention with him, like Warner Brothers. Miller's upcoming court case is a heap of trouble for Warner Brothers, as the studio had been intending to have released the DC superhero movie The Flash next summer. The actor is the leading star of the movie, which is supposed to kick off big plans for the future of their cinematic universe. Earlier this year, Warner Brothers were faced with a dilemma over whether to shelve the movie and try to reshoot it with another leading actor, or release it and try to get their leading star some help. I guess they figured they were in too deep with Ezra, and they're like, well, let's fucking get his ass into rehab, and maybe he can, have a glow up story. In light of Miller's recent behavior, which includes multiple arrests in Hawaii, there have been calls for the role to be recast with Elliot Page. Oh God, another hot mess. On track to release on June 23rd next year, there are big question marks over whether the movie will still release. Imagine if they were like, you know what, we're going to reshoot this with Elliot Page, and that was enough to snap Ezra Miller out of it and be like, oh my God, I'll get it together. I'm so sorry. What have I done? Elliot Page is your rock bottom. Okay. Unilad has reached out to Miller's representatives for comment. So the fans were calling to replace Ezra Miller. Ugh. I mean, I guess they could wear the same sized outfit. Yikes. Wow, they really do look similar. Ugh. What does that say? Yeah, they gave Ezra Miller so many fucking chances. Like, he was fucking around constantly. I guess, like, nobody, I don't know, maybe this person's just surrounded by yes people and there's no accountability. Ugh. Yeah, no thanks. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants Elliot Page. Like, people might say they want that. Like, oh, look, this trans person was able to get work. See, it's okay to transition. You can still get work. And, like, people are like, no, we don't want that. He's annoying. Or Elliot Page is annoying. Whatever. Well, we hope Ezra Miller gets some help. Get well soon. Young Pei, you were in the army at 23? Wow. Oh, this is, yeah, what everybody was doing at 23. At 23, I was renting a 2-story house, using it as a party house, and charging for entry nightly. That's pretty dope. That's smart. At 23, I had to sell my car to work first in LA, then Asia. At 23, was I still at Radio City? No, I might have been at the advertising agency that I worked at. Yes, hard hitting news. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought she was cute before too. Ezra, a ton of crap, and Warner Brothers helps. Depp lied about, and Warner Brothers kicks him out. Bennington is pretty liberal. Where's that from? Elena's like 5 feet tall. I think, isn't Ezra also kind of short? Short. Ezra Miller. You were working at Radio Shack and going to college at 23. All right, that's good. At least you had a job. Getting it together. 23, you're still very much a kid. Ooh, you're in the British Army. Sebastian Gorka was also in the British Army. Oh, Pornbot is here. Pornbot, what were you doing at 23? Were you still pornbotting? Were you just a young little pornbot making your way, figuring out life? I wish I could translate your emojis, Pornbot. I wish I knew what you were saying. This is like how I feel when I look at the dogs and I'm like, I wish I could understand what you're saying. Maybe this means man, yes, man, love, love, and this means like because this is a sign for men, the arrow, right? So man, maybe oh, it looks like an orgy is what they're describing, and this is like two women kissing. Yeah, again, these are all just like sexual scenarios that Pornbot is talking about. Young Pei Chang, have you watched JP Sears Today's Kids at 40? No. Is it a video? Pornbot will be 23 in 23 years. Oh, true. Pornbot's just a baby. At 23, I was renting a nice home in the hills of East LA. Owned 2 cars, but fucked it all up in 3 years. Ended up in a crappy studio in downtown LA. Careless. Fixed my life again, though. Wow, good for you. Pornbot was using Netscape. At 23, Pornbot was a calculator. Best answer. Best answer from Doug. Pornbot was a calculator writing boobs, also known as 80085. Remember that? That was fun. Newest Ryan Long video about antidepressants is hilarious. I saw an image. I didn't watch it though. Should we watch it? Oh, you know what I wanted to cover is this story. I do want to talk to dogs. I just want to know how close I am to like knowing what they mean. Okay. Romantic college student talking about what we're doing at 23. Romantic college student tragically killed by plane he rented to take a girl on a date. Oh, see, we can't do anything right. A young college student in Georgia died last weekend when he was struck in the head by a propeller of the plane he had rented to take a girl on a date. Damn, did this happen before or after the date? Last Sunday, Sani Aliu, 21, a sophomore at Georgia State majoring in management, rented a single engine Cessna to transport himself and an unnamed young lady to Savannah. Oh, Savannah's gorgeous. For a romantic dinner date. How is a kid this young affording a plane? Rich parents? The pair, along with two, or maybe he just saved up. Maybe he worked a job and saved up. The pair, along with two pilots Aliyu reportedly knew, flew in the four-seater plane from Statesboro, Georgia, where GSU is located, to Savannah, about 60 miles away. The plane landed in Savannah without incident. However, tragedy struck when they landed back at the Statesboro Bullock County Airport at 10:45. So it was like dark out. Aliyu's date alighted from the plane and headed towards the rear. Unfortunately, Aliyu himself did not follow suit. He headed towards the front of the plane and was struck in the head twice by the propeller. Oh my God. Why didn't they turn the propellers off? Bullock County Coroner Jake Fuchs. How do you say this? Futch. Jake Futch said Aliyu died instantly. Damn. Captain Todd Hutchins of the Bullock County Sheriff's Office added that the Federal Aviation Administration and the now I bet this girl is gonna have nice date related trauma. Like if she ever the next time some guy goes all out for her, she's gonna be like, no, don't. Let's just go to Taco Bell. Like don't take me anywhere too fancy. Wow. Captain Todd Hutchins of the Bullock County Sheriff's Office added that the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board will continue to conduct an investigation. However, it just sounds like he's dumb and walked in front of the propeller. It concluded that it's a tragic accident. Nobody is really at fault for or anything. No, I think the guy who died is at fault for walking in front of a propeller. It was an accident, so we just have to communicate all of our information with those agencies. Hutchins did confirm that the plane was stationary when Ali was struck. The pilot flying the plane had reportedly taxied the Cessna to a ramp before any passengers had deplaned. Damn. I wonder if he put down a deposit or if he paid the whole thing up front. We were deeply saddened to hear about the tragic incident that involved one of our students Sunday night. I have already been in touch with the family and his professors. We have mobilized all available resources to provide counseling. Aliyu had originally hailed from Nigeria, but was said to be from Atlanta. He is unclear whether he had family members in the U.S. Oh, man. So he's from Nigeria. He's just unfamiliar with planes in general. Damn. I know that's a sweeping generalization, but it sounds just like a dumb mistake. See, this is why you just drive up, take your date to a Taco Bell, drive-through window, order your tacos, pull into a parking lot, eat them, do a hand job, take your date back to the dorm. Done. This is what we get for being extra. He had dirt on Hillary. Yeah, you got to depart perpendicular to the plane. That sucks. But I wonder how much that was. It was a terrible date, and he lost his grip on reality. He's like, nah. He's like, I'm done dating. Wow. Yeah, Taco Bell does save lives. I'm just really hungry right now. If you couldn't tell. No, I didn't catch Mandy Summers' fishing date story. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think I maybe blame what the girl was wearing, because if he was distracted and entranced by the titties, he could have just lost all grip on reality and walked into the propeller. But shouldn't they tell you that when you rent a plane? Like, hey, here are the do's and don'ts. The don'ts are basically don't walk into a propeller. If you've flown on a set, you would know it's loud, it's obnoxious. The last thing you'd be considered is romantic. I don't know. Maybe some people think it's romantic because you had to spend money, a bunch of money to make it happen. He took her fishing. She was all dressed up thinking they're going to go someplace nice. Big Raj, thanks for the super sticker. Yeah, if you can't hear the whoosh, 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 then he deserves. Oh. This is why you dress modest on a first date. You don't want the person to walk into a propeller. Do you think it took his head off? Yeah, probably. Ugh. Ugh. That's crazy. Wow. Look at me. I am the I am the captain now. I hope that was the last thing he said. It probably cut him in half. Oh no. Ugh. I bet he really got ahead of his problems. Look at me. I am the captain now. Oh man. Yeah, that date is probably traumatized. No wonder. She's like, oh, Nigerian, not Somalian. What's the difference? Oh, she's gonna be like, yeah, no more dates for me. Thanks. What's the nicest date I've ever been on? I think I haven't been on it yet. Right. Did she have to pay for the dry cleaning? And then did she have to pay the rest for the plane? Imagine the guy was like, yeah, he only paid like a deposit up front. Like, we're going to need another $2,000 from somebody. Like, I know we're cleaning up all the blood and guts and the head parts, but Sally, we are going to need that money. Then I would get resentful. Damn. I guess that date really never took off. I guess it did. No. The better joke is it did take off. No. I'm just going to abort that whole thing. Yeah. Do you think somebody says somebody got head on the date? It just probably wasn't in the way that he was expecting. This shit really blew his mind. Yes, very good as well. He may have just destroyed the propeller. Yeah, so now someone needs to pay for this propeller. Mm-hmm. He really lost his head over her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a closed casket for sure. Definitely not going to be a plane themed funeral. Yeah, was the pilot there or was he the pilot? I think he flew with two other guys. Yeah, they're not going to let some fucking random Nigerian fly a plane. We had a couple Nigerians at my college. They were there to play basketball, obviously. They were sweet. They were sweet boys. Base native. Are you team Kanye or team Michael Rappaport? Michael Rappaport got in on this Kanye shenanigans. I'm going to say team Kanye just out the gate because I don't like Michael Rappaport. I think Kanye is very misunderstood, and I think he does a lot of saying the quiet part out loud, which he needs to like pick his moments. What's up, Porch? Killing it as always, Chrissy. Can't wait to see you and all of your posse in Orlando next week. Yay! I can't wait to see you. Are you going to be wearing that hat? Have a great day. You're awesome. No, you're awesome. He really opened up to her. He really, she's probably like, why can't you just bare your heart to me? And he's like, how about my head? How about you get to see? She probably was like, I wonder what's going on in that head of yours. And then, well, she got to see it. What's up? Oh, what's up, Doug? DM'd you on Twitter the image of Britney Spears, Ezra Miller, and Elliot Page visiting your studio. Fortunately, no propellers were involved. What the what? Let me check my Twitter. That's funny. I should use this for the updated image for this episode or whatever the fuck this is. Oh my god, this is like Inception. Do 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 do. Let me try to make the same face. I can't do it. This is great. Look, gang's all here. You'll never be alone when you have CGI. Or what would you call us? Airbrushing? Did you airbrush them in? Now I'm starting to really sound like a boomer. It's edited. It's edited. Yeah, look at Ezra's eyes. This was Ezra's face when they were like, Elliot Page is gonna take your job. And he's like, no, take your job. That was his rock bottom, I'm pretty sure. Like, look, stop fucking around. Or Elliot Page is gonna get your job. Yeah, good job, Nelson. Was he vaccinated? A new phenomenon, people losing control and staggering byproduct of superclots has that's the quiet part. What do you mean? Sudden adult death syndrome has not been common forever? Wowie. Yeah. Well, at least this is going to discourage romantic plane dates. So shoot, yeah, let me just get a picture of this plane up again. Because I imagine this is the plane that he rented. So they're sitting back here. Instead of walking out or back, he just walked forward. Oh my God. Oh, the humanity. It probably cut his head either in half or like clean off. Damn. That's brutal. But I wonder if his parents will now have to get out of paying that pesky college tuition. Because I never had any crazy accidents like that, but my parents let me know like every step of the way how much money it was costing them. Yeah, there was a semester that I was not doing so well. My mom's like, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to send you to Hofstra. And I was like, no, not Hofstra. Ooh, they didn't have a diving team. So that threat, I guess, was enough. Yeah, what was my GPA? It was really bad one semester. I think I had like a 2.4 or something, or 2.2. And my mom was like, I'm going to pull you out. You're going to go to Nassau Community College. You're going to go to Hofstra. You idiot. And I was like, I'm like, you were the guys who sent me to college with no fucking study skills. I like that you guys also have a dark sense of humor. Oh my God. Let this be a lesson to all of us. Don't rent a plane for a date, or maybe just ever. Yeah. There was another story of a guy that was killed by a helicopter blade. Oh boy. Oh, that's scary. Let's see. What time is it right now? Do I have time to go to a gym class? Sorry, you'll have to suffer through this with me. I'm looking at the schedule. No. Well, maybe. Maybe I could go to the 4:30 after Dan Vask. Yeah, someone did get chopped up by the propellers. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. You guys. Yep. How much is the GPA? Oh, right? I know. It doesn't even matter now. I wasn't even a great college student either. Like, I was not a great high school student. I was maybe like a B plus. And I don't know. I don't know if I just like interviewed really well or what, or the fact that I was a diver helped me get into the school I went to, but I don't know. I feel like I was lucky to get into like any colleges because I had like a fucking shitty B plus average. I also was annoyed at the fact, like, what was annoying about college is like you have to take all these like mandatory, like I had a religion class requirement, so I took like Asian religions. I was just like, I don't know, I like yoga. Sure, I'll take an Asian religion class, and I fucking did really poorly in that class. Okay. Did I wear this particular? I know I haven't had. This shirt is like less than a year old. Keep the plain jokes coming, guys. That relationship didn't have a chance to get off the ground. Yeah. Oh my god, if I could go back, I would not even go to college. Like, it didn't help me in terms of getting a job or figuring out what I wanted to do with my life, but it was like a few years to acclimate to like living on your own, sort of. Even though like my parents had to take out and I had to take out serious loans. Yeah, I remember my mom used to remind me. She'd be like, "Just letting you know, my whole salary is going towards your college tuition. Just letting you know, just your daily reminder." So yeah, I felt bad that I wasn't like an A+ student, but I tried. I did the best I could with what I had, which was extreme ADD. Yeah. Okay. What else is happening? Should we go onto Twitter? See what people are tweeting about? Cuomo, Fauci. Ugh. This is what happens to your body when you stop drinking. Why would we want that? He gave her a piece of his mind. That's great. That's funny, Charlie. Do you guys want to know what happens to your body when you stop drinking? I think I don't. You become boring. That's what happens to your body. The pandemic has driven many of us to drink, whether it's a little added stress, relief, or an attempt to alleviate months of mind numbing monotony. Many of us are adding another cocktail, beer, or glass of wine at night. Does it lead to sluggish, irritable mornings? Sometimes. But even if you don't notice a change, if you look at the science, ugh, I almost want to click out of it just because of that sentence. Okay. Alcohol in moderation is good for you. We all know that. 15 or more drinks a week makes you a problem drinker. For women, it's just 12 or more a week. And how many do you drink on like a night out? Like, I think I'll have like 3. So if you do 4 days a week of that, that's bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's really just like, honestly, it's Mondays, wet spots sometimes if we have like a lot of people hanging out. And then I'll have like 1 or 2 during Simpcast. Now, having that many drinks over the course of 7 days doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. Although you can develop a dependency. It does, however, take a toll on your health. It slows down your systems, causing them to work harder than they need to. You have low energy, morning headaches, expanding waistline, to name a few. Sometimes you can get high blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol, liver damage, heart disease, diabetes, several cancers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't drank since Monday. I feel the same. On your first day without a drink, don't expect to feel much different. Unlike an alcoholic who will experience acute withdrawal systems and cravings within hours of quitting cold turkey, Johnson says most heavy drinkers who stop won't notice the effects right away because you don't have that much alcohol continually in your system. What you might notice is sugar or carb cravings as your body isn't getting the empty calories it used to get from booze. When you stop using alcohol, your sweet tooth still kicks in, so be careful of which foods and beverages you replace it with. Okay. Days 2 and 3. Sorry. Since you're probably not physically addicted to alcohol, going without it for a few days won't make much difference on a psychological level. Emotionally speaking, however, you might miss the release and relaxation you're used to getting from wine, beer, or mixed drinks. If a stressful situation arises, you may wish you had your go to and feel slightly irritated. Just push through it. Good things are about to happen. What happens you stop drinking days 4 to 7? Subtle psychological changes start occurring between 72 and 96 hours of no alcohol. The first one is a big notice is sound or slumber, as alcohol majorly messes with your sleep cycles. It's true. If I had a bunch to drink, like I'll wake up in the middle of the night like sweating or just like anxious. When a problem drinker has alcohol in their system, 2 things happen. They have fewer REM cycles. They often don't sleep through the night, Oops. The body breaks down alcohol into sugar before breaking it down further into vinegar and water so the kidneys can remove it. At the point that it's sugar, it's a stimulant, and the effect is enough to wake you up during the night. Ah, I just described that. Even though most people fall back asleep eventually, they don't often get deep sleep, which is key for regenerating cells. After 4 or 5 successive days without alcohol, Johnson said sleep cycles are going to normalize, and then you feel refreshed. Week 2. Well, we're not going to get to that because Content House is next Tuesday, next Wednesday, next Thursday, whatever. All right, I'll have a week. I'll have 1 week of no drinking. Tasks feel less arduous. You have more restful nights. Work doesn't drag as much. And you're more likely to play board games with your kids. At this point, you look better. Okay. That's nice. Your face will look better. What happens when you stop drinking weeks 3 to 5? This is when the good stuff starts to happen. Man, you gotta quit drinking for a whole month. The nervous system repairs itself. You start thinking more clearly. Your memory is better. You can concentrate better. Anxiety and depression abate. Fewer digestive issues. Okay. That's good. The liver and kidneys become healthier too. We see a reversal of alcohol-induced fatty liver issues. Okay. Sugar cravings will subside. Your clothes fit looser. That's nice. Months 1 to 3. After a few months from not drinking, all the positive changes that come from abstinence add up significantly to long-term health projections. Within a month to a few months, you see a decrease in heart-related issues such as high cholesterol and blood pressure. Future cancer risks such as throat, stomach, and liver also decrease significantly. Boo! Oh, this was originally published in 2020? How to end ear hair once and for all. This is way more interesting. One day you wake up and there's hair in your ears. A doctor walks us through what that means. What does it mean? Hair is almost everywhere on our bodies. The only place we don't have hair are the lips, palms, and soles of your feet. Ugh. Okay. So why are people getting ear hair? Tell us, doctor. It's for the purpose of protecting your body. Okay. Ear hairs inside the auditory canal tend to be short and coarse because they're designed to work with earwax to prevent germs, dirt, and debris from entering your hearing system. Pubes do the same thing. Oh, so that foreign substances don't enter your system? Yeah, I don't think that's working very well. I've had a lot of foreign things enter my system. Pubes have not stopped shit. Some people grow more, longer, and thicker ear hair as they age, particularly men. Although the scientific community is still uncertain the exact reason for this. Sometimes they chalk it up to men's higher testosterone levels. Okay. Now you got to pluck those suckers out. That looks bad. Some doctors believe it's DHT. A consequence of DHT is balding and body hair growth. Some doctors believe DHT causes hair to become thinner or bald on the head and causes overgrowing and thickening of the nose and ears. Ew! This is called the androgen paradox. How to approach ear hair removal. Pluck those suckers out. Okay. You can pluck, wax, or laser hair removal. Trimming is the easiest and most painless. Plucking is a little more painful and time consuming, but it will ensure your ear canal stays hairless for a little longer. Yeah, pluck those suckers out. Or you can head to a salon and get your ears waxed like an animal. If you want to get rid of them for good, you can do laser hair removal, but it is expensive and it requires a few passes. Ew. Okay. I don't care about being a super dad just yet. Well, that was fun. We learned some things. What's your guys' ear hair situation? My eyes, the pubes do nothing. Yeah, true. I need uppers, like more coffee. Yeah, I should go to Dunkin' Donuts and get like a real coffee. You would be right. I want to visit Charlotte. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am a happy drunk. For sure. I'm funnier when I'm drunk too. Okay, guys. Okay, I gotta clean my room. Tune back in at 3 o'clock for Dan Vask. Bring your questions for him. He's Brazilian. He's a heartthrob. Um, he sings the Friday Night Tights theme song. And then Friday Night Tights on Friday. Check it out. That's at the same time, 4:30 Eastern. And I'm gonna be on the Steel Toe morning show on Thursday. I think at 12:30. I think it's live. And then I have the Bridgeport Stress Factory tomorrow night. I don't know what time the show is. Regular show time? I don't know, 7 or 8. Figure it out. All right, guys. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, there's hair on my microphone. Gross. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Bye.